This is great.
Where are we headed now?
Sailing's a good time.
These are some good waves.
There we go. Today we're off to slay
Let's
the Frost
see.
Pirates. And then I post...
Let's make sure we keep ourselves hale and hearty.
fresh so that I can see that we're live.
But the view from the crow's nest is pretty spectacular.
I'll give it a moment for people to arrive.
Just look at those waves.
How are we all doing? Oh well.
On we
Let's
go.
get going. Let's get sailing. Get on our way out on that ocean. Just once I get my cable management sorted. Would you look at that? Frosthaven! Hello, the London cheesehead. Oh, it's snow. Is that your real life snow? I've never seen it before either. It's amazing. Beautiful, isn't it, Noah? Yeah. Pretty, sure, but cold as a witch's udder. Oh, you're back, Beef. Got nothing better to do?
Seriously?
You know, you have a bad habit of treating people like one-off background characters. I've got lots going on for your information. Anyways, are you ready to face Zeus? He and his last officer should both be here, right? Okay, we've got the first fleet under Captain Shinobi. And then, obviously, Zeus at the end. I've heard that Captain Shinobi is the only man that Zeus genuinely trusts. If we crush Shinobi, we'll have the devil flags on the ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can handle that. Heath Demon says the only people that say snow is beautiful have never had to shovel it. Shoveling it doesn't seem convenient, but I do think it's beautiful from like an aesthetic perspective. As someone who went maybe like I saw it once in my first 25 years of life, and at best where I'm at now I see it like once a year if I'm lucky. I love me a bit of snow. I'm sure I would feel differently if I was snowed in by it. Man, that Misaki sure is a cutie. Huh? What? Women like her are one in a million, kid. Guess you wouldn't know, grazing on Rich Island your whole life, but trust me.
Seriously?
She's cool, composed, always ready for action. That's one fine bovine, don't you think? Don't call her a cow. I guess she's pretty cool. Why? Yeah. Hey, you know if she's seeing anyone? I don't know. I don't think so. Did you see the news about the closed for a day airport? No, I have no idea what that is. Well, you and her get along alright. How about you ask her for me? No way. Why don't you ask her yourself? I would if I could. I'm just not brave enough. Well, someone so cowardly probably doesn't have a chance with her anyway. Damn kid, you know how to make a guy feel like a steaming pile of manure, don't you? Captain Beef's gonna need a moment to recover from that one. Oh, it's alright. Time I took a long hard look at myself in the mirror. I don't really understand you, but Misaki hasn't said anything about that kind of stuff to me, so I don't think she's dating anyone. Why is everyone on the ship trying to date this young woman? She's just here for murder and revenge. I'm gonna work up my courage to tell her how I feel. No, you can't. Oh, why not? Because she'll definitely turn you down. You're not smart or strong. You're pretty dumb too. Oh, geez, kid. Love's one thing, but now you're just being a bully. Although she did turn me down and be awkward serving on the same crew. Might even tore us apart. Guess I shouldn't bother after all. I really just want a girlfriend, you know the feeling, don't you, kid? Yeah, as Tara points out, she's here for revenge and murder, and her father was just murdered. Like, her dad, like, we're literally at most days away from the murder of her father. Maybe don't hit on her quite right now. Okay, it's a little early for you, can't expect a calf to understand the delicate nuances of romance yet. What are you two talking about? Just talking about like you are literal cattle, that's all. Shinobi. Sir, I wasn't aware I'd find you here. Hardly my favourite place to roam. Frigid wasteland, at least it's preferable to flame heaven. It would seem the Goro pirates have vanquished Ronin. As I understand it, the man is dead. Regrettable to lose a dependable man such as him. Dandelion says, getting a wheelchair through the snow is harder than shoveling, but as someone who's done both, I still think it's beautiful. Just like to stay in while it's thick. Yeah, I'm a big look out the window, watch it all falling person, as opposed to a go be out in the cold of it. But why was Heathrow closed for a day? He said, "Is this? I can't tell if this is like a setup to a joke or a thing has happened, or like a world event has happened that I'm supposed to know about." Regrettable indeed. And yet, perhaps we've been growing somewhat stagnant. Yakuza and Ronin have become set in their paltry ways. Before long, we'd have found ourselves subsumed by the antiquated ideals they carried. Perhaps the Goro pirates did us a favour. Oh, I couldn't agree more. The Devil Flags can endure any loss, so long as you still lead us, and I'll see to anyone who would threaten your reign. Excellent. There isn't a finer man I could have at my side. I shudder to think what would happen if I lost you. Assure me you'll not meet the same fate as the others. You're the only one I trust. You needn't worry. However, if I make one request, permit me to kill these Goro pirates. We've wrung all the amusement out of them we can, have we not? No power due to a fire at the power substation. Oh, okay. Was this today that the airport was closed? Ah. Does seem there's time to dispose of them. What a shame. They brought a brief freaking thrill. Yakuza and Ronin gone though. I suppose they've outlived their use. It's on BBC News. Okay, I'm assuming this was today. I have zero awareness of world events that happened today. In no small part because I was trying to dodge spoilers for the Severance finale. The final episode of season 2 of Severance aired. I was going to say aired today. It aired about 1 AM in the UK and I didn't get around to watching it till 6 PM. So I had most of a day that I had to dodge spoilers for like most anticipated episode of a TV show I've had in a while. Okay. Cool, so Shinobi's going to try and kill us. Definitely going to succeed, where all his companions have failed. Okay, so what's our route? There's no good route that's going to do it all in one lap, so let's... go here first, I guess.
Hope we don't run into the Coast Guard. Oh wow, it's snowing. Be mindful of your surroundings, Captain.
Be mindful! Look at me wrecking these pirates. Absolutely wrecking them. Ooh, Starlight Express. Fun. Who doesn't enjoy space trains on roller skates?
This thing's ready for a big one.
That was not meant to set my lasers off yet. Yeah, we can take them down. Bring you. There you are, fine all.
This thing's ready for a big
Shit.
one.
Ship's all better now.
Tune better than I thought. How about that? We'll be taking this route. Huh. You ever been to that island before?
Okay. We're getting into some of the trickier combat bits now. Let's go.
And the frozen if I ain't careful.
Hey, Bellamine. Terra says, this is the realistic naval combat I crave. None of this no boosts or drifting nonsense. Yeah, you were around for the Sea of Thieves stream with Jane yesterday, weren't you? Right, how was I supposed to not hit rocks when there's no drift, no boost? Expecting me to pilot a sailboat in those conditions, absolutely ridiculous. Have I had time for Severance yet? I have, yes. I have seen the Severance finale. No spoilers for any, like, I'm not going to talk about spoilers, for anyone who's not seen it, but spoiler-free thoughts. I thought it was better than the Season 1 finale, which I already thought was one of the best season finales a TV show's ever had. As someone who had been very much thinking about the story of Orpheus and Eurydice, and the music of Hades Town while watching Season 2, and going, is this where we're going? I was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't exactly what I expected it to be. I think it was, I was very impressed that they, with what they gave, and largely, I'll say this, if Season 2's finale had been, was the final ever episode of Severance, I'd be okay with that. I want a Season 3, and they have convinced me they have the skill to do a Season 3 and not have that ruin things. But if they ended on Season 2, I would be satisfied if there was no more after Season 2. How was the Xbox accessibility joysticks? I've got them just off camera. I was playing Sea of Thieves with them yesterday. I've got them here. I really like them. They are a really good, comfortable shape for holding. The sort of... the ergonomics of these are really good in my hands. A pair of these plugged into an Xbox adaptive controller via cables so that I can have my hands split while still being wireless. I don't have to have a cable tethering me to the Xbox. Like, I'm at least plugged into a thing that is wireless to the Xbox. This is my new default way of playing Xbox games. Like, honestly, these are fucking great. I love them. I am a big fan. The BT says, I don't know what Severance is. The short, spoiler-free or spoiler-light version is Severance is a TV show. It's got 2 seasons right now on Apple TV. And the gist of it is, there is a... you know how sometimes you've got jobs where they're like, you've got to sign a shit ton of non-disclosure agreements because what the work we do is really secretive and, you know, we can't have you leaving work and then telling everyone the corporate secrets. What if a company was so secretive about the work they were doing that they invented a chip that gets injected in your brain? So when you're at work, you can't remember your outside self, and when you're outside of work, you can't remember any of what you do at work. You essentially become 2 people. Your outside self, you walk in the door to work, and the next thing you know, you're leaving work. It's as if you walked into work, blinked, and you were leaving. That 8 hours is just like blink and you missed it. The other version of you does not remember the outside world, and they leave work and are instantly back at work. Their entire life is, I finished my shift and now I'm back at my shift. And it starts off sort of as a mystery about, what do you do if you're trying to solve a mystery and half of you knows half the info and half of you knows the other half and you don't know how to get that info to yourself? But over time it becomes a show much more about, you've created a second human being, and you need to wrestle with the moral quandary of the rights and sentience of a second human that you have created and you kind of fundamentally control the existence of. A lot of it feels very steeped in... it's very steeped in the Greek tragedies, but also very clearly inspired by, like, you know, a hatred, a disdain for capitalism. It is, I think, by quite a long way, my favorite TV show of... I'm trying to think what the last time I felt this strongly positive about a TV show was. I genuinely do not remember the last time I felt this unanimously praise-ish about a show.
Feel that sea breeze.
Bellabean says, again, I've not seen the last episode, but surely the solution is to go the cyberpunk route and to have both in your head at the same time rather than separately. So, no spoilers either for the season 2 finale or, generally. I think it's okay to say, very early in the show, the question is raised, could you do something to undo the severance so maybe both of you live in your head at once? Right at the first or second episode of the show, you meet someone who is trying to do that. The season 2 finale fascinatingly addresses the reality of that idea in a way that, is very interesting. It's one of those, you know what, you raise some fascinating philosophical questions that I don't know the answers to.
Hey, a lighthouse. Should we take a break?
Now what do we have
I mean, we'll
next?
unlock the lighthouse. Right, where are we heading? We're heading over here. For anyone who has not been watching Severance, my best sales pitch I can give you for it is, I've told you all about, the fascinating, slightly techno, critique of capitalism, but also really interesting moral questions about the nature of humanity. I've told you all that. The thing that will actually sell you on it, though, the cutest old man gay romance I've ever seen put to screen. What's the guy's name? Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken is part of the best portrayal of a queer older gay man couple I've seen on screen. They are so wonderful. I love them so much.
Let's check out that island. I bet it's got some.
It's one of those performances where I go, you know what, I will put aside my usual queer roles for queer actors and go, you know what, Christopher Walken, you fucking knocked it out the park. You're allowed to. You're permitted. The short version of this is the John Turturro, who's the guy who plays the other half of this romance, who is a queer man, was like, when he got cast in the role, and it was like, okay, so you're going to have this romantic interest, do you have any thoughts on, casting of who your romantic interest would be? He's, a lifelong friend of Christopher Walken. He's like, Christopher Walken is the only person I could see myself doing this acting scene across from that I have, the right chemistry with already. And, yeah, no, the two of them, you can tell the closeness of that friendship through the way they do that performance. It's a hell of a performance.
I smell treasure. End up frozen if I ain't careful.
Yeah, Severance, it's one of those shows, most episodes of Season 2, me and Jane would watch. We'd sit there for 10 minutes and go, I want to watch it a second time back to back. It really was one of those, ooh, go picking apart little details kind of shows. Bellabean says, I really just really hate love triangles. Well, again, without saying too much, I'm okay with a love triangle in a show where there's only two bodies in the love triangle. I think that's a novel enough approach to a love triangle that I'm okay with it. What if a love triangle was you, your partner, and the other you that exists? There we go. we're gonna crack through this. I'm pretty sure we're gonna finish this big old pirate side quest tonight. I reckon. Ring of Frost, what do you do? Possesses the power to increase the attack of all the rings you have on. Ooh. I really need to micromanage my rings. Let's have a look. What rings could I be equipping that would make numbers go up? Actually, what one am I wearing right now? Yes, that's one I don't need to keep on. Just regular jewelry, so I can look for a better statted one. This one could be replaced, so... I need this one on for revealing secrets. That's all pluses. That's basically all pluses. Yeah, okay. I like that Majima gets to wear 10 rings. Majima should be allowed to wear 10 rings. Who would tell him he's not allowed to wear 10 rings? Oh, I want to get in the speed boost rings. Okay, fine. Oh, I had a really cool thing happen last night that I want to share because I'm excited about it. So, like, 4.5 years ago, I made an episode of Accessibility talking about one scene in Marvel's Avengers where Kamala Khan is deliberately sat in a car with Bruce Banner, deliberately slurping a drink to try and annoy him, and Bruce is, like, rolling his eyes in response, to try and signal his frustration. And that scene had subtitles that laid out, like, specified the non-verbal subtext of the interaction. And I've talked about this scene for years as, like, a thing I want to see other developers do. And I talked about it again this week. I talk about it routinely. I talked about it like 2 weeks ago in a video about Waters of Accessibility. I talked about it earlier this week because Assassin's Creed Shadows put tone tags as a subtitle option. I thought that was great. Point is, someone who worked on Marvel's Avengers saw that Assassin's Creed Shadows video and was like, hey, I worked on Marvel's Avengers. I know who it was that made that scene that you're talking about that with the non-verbal subtext subtitles. She's not on Blue Sky. She's not on social media. I have her contact info, though. I hope you don't mind. I passed on her your video to her so that she can see... Like, she's a big advocate for accessibility and, like, really advocated and fought for that, you know, that moment to be there. And I hope you don't mind that I let her see your video so she knows what that scene meant to you. And I'm like, oh, yay! That scene that for, like, 4 to 5 years now I've been using in, like, every consulting gig I go into is like, we should try this. They did it once in one scene in Marvel's Avengers, and I think we should do more of it. And they never do. Person who made that scene that I fucking love knows that I appreciate the scene that she made, and that made me really happy. It was a real delightful moment of getting to know that, like, hey, even if the industry is clearly, like, not ready to appreciate that scene that you did and why it's so cool, I appreciate it, and I'm glad you know.
This thing's ready for a big one. This thing's ready for a big one.
Okay, U-turn as soon as I can. could have done it with the pink side cannons, but
This thing's ready for a big one.
okay, we got it. Point gonna do it. Aha, that'll have you down.
This thing's ready for a big one.
I thought you were down.
This thing's ready for a big one.
Okay, I gotta defrost. Oh, games I need to make time for. Ambrosia Island has finally come out, which is one of the Accessibility Summer Showcase games. This is one about getting shipwrecked on an island full of Greek gods to befriend. Had a really cute art style. That's finally out. I think it dropped on Game Pass today, and I need to make time this weekend to give it a look. Tara says, are there any more Sea of Thieves streams planned with you and Delta, or have they run their course? Because they've been delightful to watch on James Twitch on Thursdays. Yeah, go check out Janiac, Janeiac, on Thursday evenings when I don't stream. James streams. Sea of Thieves does seem to be Jane's game of choice at the moment on stream, so at the very least, expect Jane, Lauren, and probably also Delta, for upcoming Thursdays on stream. Whether I will be there is a question mark. I might do one more week. The problem is Thursdays are Dice Funk night, and usually I have a nap on Thursday evenings, be rested in time for when Dice Funk starts. But the time zones are a little funky right now, so I can kind of justify it. Because Dice Funk starts a little earlier, I can maybe get away with not having my nap first. Actually, I'm turning the fan on in the office. So, Thursday evenings at about 8 PM UK, you can expect more Sea of Thieves streams with Jane, probably Lauren and Delta, maybe me if I'm awake. Ooh! Gumbo Master says next month a game comes out called Locomoto, where you get to be a cute animal person driving a train around, helping the other cute animal people with their problems and ferry them around, and also serve them hot cocoa during the travel. I need to look at this game. What does this art style look like? That is some trains. And some cute animals. Oh, you're on a little toy train in, like, a cafe, but it is tiny little animals on the train. That does sound very cute.
Captain, get a load of this!
Off the top of my head, April games, I'm looking forward to, South of Midnight. South of Midnight is coming up. The Switch 2 reveals in, like, 10 days. And I am deeply curious about that. Oh, I drifted through so many items. Hurrah! Sail this way and avoid doing a little bit of combat. We'll just head to the lighthouse.
Lighthouse sighted.
There we go.
Reminds me of old times.
Why are you so far inside the lighthouse? Come on.
Feel that sea breeze.
I mean, we sailed all this way just to... There we go. Just to activate the warp
These are some
point.
good waves. Huh? Is that a merchant ship?
The wind seems to be on our side today.
Full speed ahead.
Okay, we might as well grab the other ocean components while we're here.
You ever been to that island before?
In we go.
Set sail for riches.
No, we're not setting sail for riches, we're coming aground for riches. The riches are here on the land, Majima. Do you know how to be a pirate properly? Forward.
Better not catch a cold after this. Let's find this sucker. Sweet. There's a ton of stuff in here. I've never seen an island like this before. Ready to have some fun?
Alright, north.
Careful.
Okay, not quite the last area yet. Let's save my shark summoning until we get to the last group of enemies. Here we go. Final corner. Grab the health.
I'm getting excited.
Let's go let's go monkey. Summon my ghost monkey. Oh, that really did almost clear out the entire encounter by itself. Beautiful.
We did it! Holy shit! My beloved treasure! Not too shabby!
And yeah, it's just that one island, and then we double back.
On to starboard! Be mindful of your surroundings, Captain.
There you go. Sorry, I've got
Oh, snow!
so many little micromanageable things. Tara says, it's nice that you can pick which summon you want on the fly. You don't have to pre-equip it beforehand. Allows for trying different ones and using the right ones for different situations. Yeah, this is why I prefer the musical instrument summons to the other combat styles special, the summoning the shadow clones. Like, summoning more versions of you. Never unhelpful, but I do just like the toolbox aspect of, okay, you've saved up your meter, which of these instrument powers is useful right now for you. If it's a big group, I tend to do the shark. If it's a small group of heavily armored enemies, I tend to go for the ape. I go for the jellyfish sometimes if it's like really fiddly, annoying enemies that I just want some breathing room from.
This thing's ready for a big one. Sorry, that's just the way things go. This thing's ready for a big one. Hurry up and repair this thing. Got it.
Ship's all better.
Good stop.
I did it!
Where's my remaining one? There you are.
Let's do this thing. This thing's ready for a big one. Full speed ahead.
There's a ship, Captain!
Down they go.
We'll be taking this round.
Oh, can I afford more of my upgrades? What have I got right now? It's just these ones at the top, isn't it? Once again, it's the points, not the money, that we're running out on first. But we are nearly there. I think we're like 3 upgrades from being totally upgraded on Magima.
My precious treasure.
And it's just the ship. Yeah, finished. Sarah says, I've played so many fiddly RPGs with complex systems, I still get surprised when games let you do convenient things. Yeah. Look. As much as I love a good fiddly game sometimes with complex systems, I appreciate when a game just let things be convenient. I'm not always in the mood for, let's say, Baldur's Gate 3 levels of managing all of the things on your ability wheels. Okay, still got 62 people left here. Small portion. Oh, I'm almost strong enough now to be killing them just from the hookshot damage, which is nice. cool accessibility things that some of you, I don't know how aware people would be of. At GDC this week, there was a panel held involving a bunch of big publishers: Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, EA, Ubisoft, Warner Brothers, Amazon Games. A bunch of the big players in games came together to do something unified to do with accessibility. The short version is they are working on a set of accessibility store tags that are sort of unified across the industry. So, like, if one publisher says they have they support play without that don't use motion controls or no rapid button presses required, that you know that one publisher means the same thing as another when they say that, and having like unified standards for like what you have to do to earn that list of tags. And they've all agreed to this sort of 24 accessibility tags list. As a sort of cross-industry practice, which is really cool. If for no other reason than PlayStation and Xbox both already have accessibility store tags related to the storefront, so you know what accessibility settings the game has from the digital storefront, as long as the developers have opted into filling that out. The only console manufacturer that doesn't do that is Nintendo, and Nintendo is part of this new initiative, which I'm crossing my fingers and going, does this mean we will start seeing accessibility store tags on the Switch 2 eShop? Which would be a really big, cool moment for the industry. Valve is not on the list, no. There are people pushing for it, and people going like, hey, it'd be great if you got involved, Valve. But the problem is, like, Valve publishes so few of their own games. It's a case of it's an opt-in system, so any game on Steam would have to voluntarily fill out its own tags, and that feels like a mess waiting to happen. But yeah, it seems very promising that, at the very least, Nintendo has been in the room for conversations about what things should be accessibility standards, and the fact that it is beneficial to have basic tags for what things are or are not in a game on storefronts, which is pretty cool. Oh, I'm a bit quiet, am I? My apologies. I can turn the combat down a bit. We'll try having the game audio down here. Hey, Charlie Riot, thank you very much for the sub. Yeah, we'll see if this is better down the line. My apologies if I'm a little quiet in the mix. It probably doesn't help that I have my fan on, which, in order to for OBS to cut out the fan noise, it's probably making me a little quieter than usual, in order to avoid you hearing a fan whirring too badly. Right, so there we go. We're like 45 minutes in, we've almost cleared out the frost area.
There's a lighthouse over there.
Okay, so let's select Frost Heaven.
On we go.
There we be.
Huh? That a merchant ship? But the view from the crow's nest is pretty spectacular. Steady as she goes.
Yeah, never feel bad telling me if the audio mix is wrong. I leave the mix the same between streams, but sometimes it just seems like, you know, factors outside of my control, things end up sounding different.
Hard to port.
Okay, we've got one more pirate fleet. Oh, here he is, Captain Shinobi. And so you come, Gordo pirates. Damn right we have, and another Devil Flag officer's waiting here to greet us. You ain't who we're here for. Where's Zeus? Further in? He is. You'll never reach him, though. This is where your story comes to a close. First fleet will drown you. Legends of the Sea with Gore Pirates. Let's do it.
Time for speed ahead! How about that? That's speed ahead! How about that? Hard to stop!
Okay, let me do a nice little U-turn.
Good stop! This is ready for a big one.
Dodge, Captain! I'm still full of life.
This thing's ready for a big one.
Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that efficient takedown. This looks pretty far from Hawaii. Yeah, whenever there was that side quest in Infinite Wealth where the guy wanted to see snow before his wife died, we should have just, like, put him on a sailboat and pirated him out here. Just wheeled her hospital bed onto the back of our pirate ship. Would have been such an easier way to show her snow. Just, like, minimally off the coast of Hawaii. Come on, let me past. Come on, let me do my heat move. Yeah, Charlie Riot, I teared up too. You know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. There's no world in which I would replace it with we went on a boat ride to Frost Island. There we go. That's the move I was trying to do that the game wouldn't let me do. How many are left?
I did it!
Oh, don't throw ninja knives at me. Speech is easier to understand, hooray! I'm glad. Apologies for previously badly mixed volume. Yar. The endings for both Like a Dragon games got me too, they know how to tug at our heartstrings. We're a little ways off the ending for this still, but the ending for this one also... Oh, it gets at me. Oh, Sparrow Darkbird says, I can't remember how it came up, but I learned about the train riding recently. I must tell you, I think it's the coolest. Thank you! I think it was the coolest too. I'm still amazed that that was a thing that got to happen. Hooray! Free wedding on a train, and all the only cost involved is a handful of press interviews afterwards. To be like, yes, we got married on an Avanti West Coast Pendolino service from London Euston to Birmingham New Street return. Avanti West Coast. They sure are the train that we were on. Yeah, we did not pay anything for our wedding, including a fancy wedding dress, food. My favorite bit of the not paying anything for the train wedding, we did some photos, like, at the first class lounge at Euston got shut down to be our little, like, reception area, and there was, like, a take selfies, with props booth in there, and then they took photos while we were on the train doing the day. And somehow, by the time that we'd, like, done our journey from Euston to Birmingham and Birmingham back to Euston, we were getting off the train back in Euston, and they handed us an album of wedding photos already somehow photographed, edited, printed into a nice hardback book, and in our hands to hand to us as we got off the train. Don't know how they did it. It was a wonderful day. And we didn't have to plan any of it. We didn't have to do any of the stressful parts of a wedding where you, like, work out seating plans, work out who's going to sit near who, and like, oh, did you call the caterer? What time's the caterer arriving? Did you make sure that this person and all these people are coordinated? All of the stressful bits. We answered questions. We'd get phone calls occasionally being like, what kind of cake do you want your wedding cake to be? Like, do you want it to be like a chocolate cake? Do you want it to be a train-shaped cake? Do you want it to be like a lemon cake? What kind of cake do you want it to be? Do you have any preferences on flowers? You gonna sort your own music, or do you want us to sort music? Like, that was the key bit. It's like, yeah, we had to wrangle all of our friends and family together on 2 weeks' notice, but we didn't have to plan or pay for a wedding, and that was lovely. I refuse to accept defeat. We'll settle this on Frost Island. Okay, yeah. We gotta go kick his ass on Frost Island. It was a lot getting the email, and I assumed it was a spam email, or like, I assumed it was not real when I first received it. Having to go downstairs and go, hey Jane, I didn't tell you, but I tried entering a competition to win a free wedding on a train, just like for shits and giggles, and we won. Do you want to get married on a train 2 weeks from today? It was an intense couple of weeks. Okay, let's go find this guy that we need to beat up.
Wait for me, my precious treasure.
We have first-class headrests, like train headrests, but they have our names little like monogrammed on them, and a wedding date on them.
Sure you know where you're going?
Oh, I didn't tell Jane when I entered it, because I was like, there's no world in which I'll win, but like, I was very much of the thing of, I'm not gonna ask, because like, worst case, we win, and I go, hey Jane, I did a thing on a whim and we won a wedding. Do you want to accept the price or not? My thinking was, I'm not gonna get our hopes up about free wedding when the chances are we won't win a free wedding, and then we want a free wedding, and I'm like, well, fuck, okay.
Whoops, my bad.
For a video about that on Tumblr. Aww. I don't think I've ever looked up videos about our wedding. Like, I know they exist. I've seen, like, written articles about our train wedding. I don't think I've ever seen videos about it.
We should knock some back later.
I might have to have a look after we kick Captain Shinobi's ass, see if I can find any videos. I'm now curious what video coverage of our wedding was like.
End up frozen.
Yeah, Tumblr makes sense. Tumblr seems like the kind of place that would have had a video. Tumblr probably was all over the idea of gay train wedding. It was a very weird experience after it happened, because we got like enough mainstream news coverage that like we got recognized. We went for a picnic and we stopped in like a random Morrison's somewhere. The woman, like the old lady running the self-checkout, was like, "Oh, I hope you don't mind me asking. Are you the lesbians from the train? Are you the train lesbians?" It was very weird getting recognized in places as the train lesbians.
Nothing to do but keep exploring.
Got recognized, like, we've been recognized in a few places as the train lesbians. Weirdly, there was a while where being the train lesbian was the thing I was more known for than, like, the video game stuff I do. There was, I think, like, immediately after the train wedding, I went to Comic-Con in London, and I got stopped more times by people asking if I was the train lesbian than I did by people going, "Oh, are you Laura from Poquisition?" Train lesbians was a tag on Tumblr. Hell yeah.
Let's make sure we don't get lost.
Alright, let me finish kicking these guys' asses first. To be fair, we did call you a train lesbian before the wedding. Yeah, but like, you know, I was a nationally recognized train lesbian by that point. Yeah. Because yes, I won that competition purely because like they were like, give us like a 1 or 2 sentence explanation why you should get the train wedding, and I think it boiled down to, so I'm autistic and I love trains, and also I'm trans, and getting married has been a whole faff trying to get like GRCs sorted, and being disabled and trans, having the money to afford a wedding, it's a lot. We had to do a bunch of paperwork to be allowed to get married as women, and can't really afford to get married, and I love trains. And apparently that was enough for them to be like, yes, have a wedding. Well, Captain Majima and your intrepid clan, it's been too long. Seems you fared quite well for yourselves. Oh, you've got me cornered? What a fascinating perspective you must have. I don't feel cornered at all. I don't give a shit how you feel, you smug bastard. Hand over the Pharaoh Stone. That's not going to happen, I'm afraid. Now, on to the other hand, you've amassed quite a collection of treasures of late. Deliver them to me, and perhaps I shall be moved to have you spared. What the hell? Do you think I'm just going to empty my pockets and say, here you go, moron? I'll have your tongue for that. Right along with your head. Leave these vermin to me, my captain. Their blood isn't worthy of staining your hands. Cool, we'll kick this guy's ass. Along with his ninjas. I've got my ghost sharks ready, I think, which should do this. Is this the everyone versus everyone big match? No. Okay, I'm gonna save my I'm gonna save my sharks for a minute still then. I think we have one fight left after this one, maybe. Come on, let me fucking shoot you. There we go, done. It was the least surprising thing to happen to you. If I had to make up something to happen to you, win a contest, have you winning on a train would be it. Yeah, it was a very... the stereotype of what weird thing would happen to Laura. It could only have been more Laura if there'd also been shiny Pokemon involved. Like, it had been a Pokemon-themed train or something. Come on. There we go, there we go. Oh, one sec. Oh, this can't be possible. Not Shinobi, not to you. Okay, we're cornering the bastard. Okay. Oh, you're kidnapping Misaki, are you, at gunpoint? Not another move, I swear. Test me and the girl dies like her father. You're awful, this isn't fair. You still believe in fairness among pirates, boy? You ought to have outgrown your naivety by now. I'll abide no obstacles between myself and the Pharaoh Stone. So spare me your moralizing over what's fair. Oh, one sec. Oh, why am I getting messaged? Sorry, one sec. There we go. The Devil Flags have lost a substantial amount of their fighting force because of you, I'll admit. We need time to rebuild. I can afford to lay low for a while. Soon I'll return with more vicious horde than ever before, and I'll find you, I will slaughter you, ready yourselves for death. Okay. Okay, we gotta go kill him and get her back from the pirates. Oh, you'll never find Zeus that way, only his officers know the location of his hideaway. There's nothing left for you but to accept your fate. You've lost the girl and you'll never have the Pharaoh Stone. Okay. Okay, you're gonna try and kill Noah. Oh! Oh, hey! Captain Ronin's not dead. Somehow. What is this? Revenge. It wasn't the Gordo pirates who slew my comrade, it was you. Never again will I dance to the tune played by men like you and Zeus. To think I'd die to a man like you. Well. Right, Final Heaven. It's an isolated area of ocean shielded by blighted weather. That's where we'll find him. Okay, you want to atone for your sins. Please give the old man's daughter my apologies. And take this. Is it the final magical instrument? Oh, Ronin, I think, died. It's fine, he survived the last encounter at least. Be here and give us this. We got the magic saxophone. It gets us a big ghost parrot.
We got it all.
Well, we will try this out in a bit, I guess. The final dark instrument, the saxophone of the dark god of the skies. That's one rare slab of steak, and now you have them all, you might be able to topple Zeus for good.
Yeah.
It's a very serious video game. Very serious video game. The most serious of videoed games. Okay, we don't have Misaki on the crew right now, but we'll get her back. Alright, 1 minute. I think we have the... Oh, it was my TikTok. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, that's Laura for Proposition. Ah, hooray. Oh, thank you for sharing. Yes, I remember I did a TikTok I did one TikTok once about the train wedding. And that TikTok it's the best performing TikTok I've ever done. Out of curiosity, where's it at now? I'm curious what the numbers on that train wedding TikTok are like these days. I'm curious. Give me a sec to see if I can do a quick scroll and find it. I know roughly what I look like in it, so let's let's rewind all the way backwards through TikTok. Okay, it was after the protests. It would have been... Oh, I know what top I'm wearing in it at least, so I can look for that. I can look for either that top or the wedding. Probably before here. No. It, okay, would have been after PSVR 2 unboxing. It's earlier than this. I'll give up on trying to find this in a second. It was a pure curiosity moment, and it's going to take me too long to find, isn't it? A few seconds of continuing to scroll just on the off chance. Oh, there we go. There is one of those TikToks that has about 300,000 views. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, 1 sec. There are other videos as well, but the search function's awful. Yeah, I'm just doing a curiosity Google now of, see if I can find any videos on YouTube or anything, out of curiosity. Train wedding. Okay, there was at least one video on, like... Oh, The Independent did a video about it. Aww. The tweet has 12k likes. Right, let's go to the final place and go kick this final guy's ass. We got everyone. Let's go to Final Heaven.
On we go.
If we are sturdy enough to go do it. Okay. They say these waters are cursed. Even aside from the terrible weather, there's a nasty chill running down my spine. Let's go save her. Let's go finish this side quest that has taken us most of a week to do.
This is pretty spectacular.
Feel that sea breeze.
Let's make sure we keep ourselves sailing hard.
Hard to port.
Good times.
Whoa, it's raining. We can do this, Captain.
Hard to stop. Good stop. Good stop. Good stop. Full speed ahead.
I did it! This thing's ready for a big one.
Full speed ahead.
This thing's ready for a big one. I did it!
Oh, the ships out here are a little sturdier than the ones we've been facing before. Might actually have to give some effort for these. Even the not big captain ship is giving us a little trouble.
This thing's ready for a big one.
How about that? Hard to stop her.
Back around.
Hurry up.
This thing's ready for a big one.
More Let's get ourselves in the smoke. We have the poisons.
This thing's ready for a big one.
Ah, screw it. Let's get behind the wheel.
This thing's ready for a big one.
Hurry up and repair this thing.
Of course.
Okay, here we go. We'll get low enough so that I can
This thing's ready for a big one.
actually get you in my sights.
This thing's ready for a big one.
How about that?
I'm still qualified.
There we go.
Taking this round.
Okay, we're gonna get more boosts, but I don't think we're gonna get more ship repairs. This is a problem. Screw it. Let's go for it. Let's try and take them down.
Time to spill some blood.
Oh gosh, we're up to 1,000 now. Come on.
Hurry up and repair this thing.
Got it. Damn. This thing's ready for a big one.
Taking it up full
Yeah, let's just machine gun you down as best we can with my laser. Okay, we only have one more heal to get through this fight.
thing's ready for a big one.
Target point! Fire!
Okay, repair. Okay, can I get you lot back up?
Sleeping on the job.
Thank you, Captain.
Can't have you sleeping on the job.
Oh, our ship's already taking damage again. Yeah, shouldn't have pushed it. Okay, where are you spawning us back to? Where are we going back to? Oh, literally just the most recent section, that's fine. Thank you, generous checkpointing. Yes, this is not filling me with confidence that I am strong enough to take on this final death flag pirate, devil pirate, but we'll give it a go and see where we end up.
It's a storm.
I like that the song that the crew is humming is the one we did a musical number of at the start of the game. They're all humming the "We are meant to be, go, oh, off we go to our ship for waters unknown." Ooh, these are dangerous waters. They are. Okay, we've got one more fight to do in amongst this terrible weather on our way.
Watch out! Captain!
I'm trying, officer. The seas are temperamental.
I'm still full of ice.
Man, take him down.
Got it.
Ship's all running out. I'm still full of
These waves make it really hard to target with the lasers. I probably should have swapped out for something like the cannons that do a little better with the height differential, but make do with what we've got. Come on, we can take this lot out. They're not so bad. Yeah, it does seem pretty clear that if not the next, a future Xbox is basically going to be a PC with a... I don't know if it's going to be exactly that, or if it's going to be like, hey, it's a PC that you can load into a console environment where you get consistent results and it's closed ecosystem, but you can also just boot it into run my PC games mode. Considering that during GDC, Xbox literally shared an image of an Xbox dashboard with a Steam tab, it seems pretty clear where the future of of gaming is to them. It's we want to be the affordable PC that connects easily to your TV. Are you someone who likes to game on your TV and have a friendly console interface, but you want to be able to play PC games? Like, Xbox, it seems like the next Xbox is probably going to be what Valve wanted the Steam machine to be. I mean, they're kind of going that direction with... There's a lot... Well, they've said that they're working on a I've lost track at this point if they've said they're working on a handheld or if that's just heavily rumoured. But there are rumours that by the end of this year we're getting an Xbox-branded handheld
Hey, watch
that's
out.
manufactured by ROG, R-O-G, I think, ROG Ally people, but is a quote-unquote Xbox handheld.
Hey.
Athling, look, I'm probably the target audience for that. I'm the target audience for that in the same way that I would buy a Steam box right now. If you sold, like, a little bit beefier, but essentially something that ran SteamOS, and looked good on a 4K. It was powerful enough. It looked all right on a 4K TV, but it was basically just it's Steam. It's the Steam interface from the Steam Deck, but it connects to your TV easily, and it's a bit more powerful. Yeah, I would buy. This is the box that easily plugs into my TV and plays my Steam games, so that I don't have to be at my work PC to play PC games. Eth Demon says, I'll be interested to see how big the living room PC is. Console gamers and PC players tend to be more different than people realise. Well, that's the thing, is I don't think this will be targeting PC players. I think what this is targeting is much like the Steam Deck. People who want to play games that only release on PC, but don't want to have, be at a big, fancy, expensive, confusing gaming PC. They want a thing that plays, like, Steam games so they can buy them cheap in the Steam sales, but that, lines up more with what they expect out of a console experience. I think there is a real market for, I want a console spec device that runs games like a console would, but it lets me run I can buy them on Steam. Because Steam constantly has sales, I want to buy the Steam version.
Where are we headed now?
Not at my finest.
Because, the kind of person who wants quote-unquote
Certification.
PC graphics performance in their living room, that person will make a gaming PC and run it in their living
Just
room.
look at those.
Right? Like, that person will just go buy the parts for a second gaming PC to set up in their living room with, a mouse, some cabling to hide the wiring so their mouse can be somewhere, that is a different market to... also, I gotta go back. I gotta buy... Can I buy some stuff to cheer up my crew here, maybe? Yeah, it's gonna be something that, doesn't monopolize the size of the living room. Because, honestly, if Xbox tomorrow unlocked the functionality of the Xbox so that you could boot it into Windows mode, and, use your analog stick as a mouse to navigate to Steam, and, use that to access your Steam library, it'd be clunky, but there would be people who'd go, hell yeah, I'm so glad that's a thing. You really don't need that much to to turn the Xbox, the Series X, into an appealing proposition for a PC you play in the living room.
Certifications.
Thanks so much.
You're ready to pay $700 or $8 for, $700 or $800 for it, though, will not be subsidized if they allow Steam on it. Yeah, it depends. I think Xbox's logic will be people still like Game Pass. They'll still subscribe to Game Pass on the thing. And that's where we'll make our money. We'll see. My gut instinct says if there's anything that convinces them to think they can sell it at a loss, it would be it's a Game Pass box and you buy your Game Pass subscription.
Hope we don't run into the Coast Guard.
Chris Stevens says, not sure what's going on, but gotta say, Xbox Adaptive Joystick plus Copilot, which I assume you mean Controller Assist that got Copilot got renamed, just blew split controller space up. £24 each, 7 remappable buttons. Sure, buttons are spongy, but not seen this level of custom. What, you mean these? One sec. Yeah, I agree with you. These... I have my Xbox Adaptive Controller here. I was doing Sea of Thieves on Jane's stream last night, and it was XAC on the lap, these two wired, so that I can have my hands separated. I've got my, like, start selecting Xbox on the XAC. Fucking game changer. This is the entry point for split-handed Xbox gaming, and I love it. I'm doing a proper length video tomorrow, but I can't go back at this point. XAC with two adaptive joysticks plugged in, that is the only way I'm playing Xbox now. Absolutely could not be happier with it as a setup. Right, can I afford to upgrade Majima again? Yeah. Okay, cool. 2 Majima upgrades and we're done. They plugged straight into PC, super nice. Yeah, how is it getting them to register as one controller on PC? I've not done much controller assist on PC. I don't know how much or little of a faff it is to get them to register as one controller. Kathleen says could maybe work on Steam Deck. There's no reason that shouldn't work on Steam Deck. It's an Xbox. The Xbox Adaptive Controller is just an Xbox controller as far as the Steam Deck is concerned. Like, you can wirelessly connect the XAC to the Steam Deck and then just plug the joysticks in. I did try around this evening. I was like, can I get the Xbox the Xbox Adaptive Joysticks? Can I make them work on PS5? And my thinking was, there's a USB-C port on the PlayStation Access controllers. Can I USB-C to USB-C to plug the adaptive joystick into the USB-C port on the PlayStation Access controller? No, because the USB-C port on PlayStation Access controller is only for charging and like syncing to the PS5. It's not an input that you can map. So when you plug something like the Xbox Adaptive Joystick into the USB-C port, it goes. It doesn't register it as a thing that like it could be getting inputs from, which is a shame because I was kind of like, can I have my split-handed controls on stream tonight? Okay, we gotta get back, Misaki. To die at the hands of the great Captain Zeus's main fleet is a legendary honor. I almost envy you. Okay, yeah, let's kick this guy's ass. But yes, my next week's AA episode is going to be about the Xbox Adaptive Joystick, and it's probably going to go up a little early. It's probably not going to be a Friday upload next week. It might be like I'm going to say, like, I might aim for as early as Tuesday next week. And then have a second AA episode to go up at the end of the week. I have one in the pot. I've got one in my back pocket at the moment, so then it might be a double AA episode next week. Stay in the tight turning circle, get out of the way of those explosions before they happen. Ooh, oh, we are wrecking this. I mean, Charlie Wright, it's not even just the visuals of this game that feel PS2, ish. It's the vibe of this. It feels like the kind of game they used to make back on the PS2. Like, didn't take itself too seriously, weird little adventures. It was a simpler time of gaming. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's get off the boat at least. Ooh, sturdy crew here. Okay, we are down to 8, and we've got nearly 40 left to take down. I'm going to have to cheese this fight out a little bit, I think. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's try summoning our parrot. Let's try the parrot. I've not tested the parrot yet. Laurie, can you remind me what the Crab Souls-like game was called? Another Crab's Treasure. Oh, okay, and you're now fucking around. Oh. Okay, let's get our strength in. Yeah, if the games industry is willing to start working together on accessibility store tag stuff, as they seem to be with this GDC news, can they also do the same and allow cross-platform first-party controller usage? Let me use the Xbox Adaptive Controller and a pair of adaptive joysticks on PS5. Let me do it, you cowards. Okay, I gotta flee. I gotta run. I gotta dodge. I gotta be a coward until my healing move powers back up. Give me being a coward, chat. Well, you say no shot in hell. Some of you might not know this. I did a video about this a couple of years ago. Did you know, of all people, Nintendo, at one point in the last, 5 years, tried to get a group of developers across the industry together to create a cross-platform accessibility controller that would work on all 3 of the major consoles? We know this because Reggie Fils-Aimé from Nintendo of America talked about it after leaving Nintendo. Talked about the fact that was a thing that they worked on. Let me find the quote. What was it exactly that Reggie said? According to Reggie Fils-Aimé, prior to his departure from Nintendo in 2019, the company were part of an industry-wide initiative, though he does not clarify which other companies were involved or not, that looked into the then recently released Xbox Adaptive Controller as a quote, jumping off point to create something that would be platform agnostic and adaptable by any consumer. Nintendo wanted to make a multi-platform accessibility controller in the vein of the Xbox Adaptive Controller. Right? That's a whole thing. Let me pull it back up. Did he say what happened? It didn't work out, I know that much. Let me pull the piece back up. I'm reading from... God, when did I write this? This was 2022, nearly 3 years ago. Yeah, I do believe the best solution is an industry solution that can work for all of the dedicated gaming platforms and PC, and be truly tailored to the player depending on their physical capabilities and what they can do. Yeah, Reggie still believes it should happen. Regarding the fate of the controller, Reggie doesn't know if the controller is still in development, or whether it was cancelled sometime after his departure from the company. Yeah, seemingly its development hadn't been cancelled in 2019 when he left the company, so, like, it's not off the table as a possibility. But yeah, there you go. Of all companies, Nintendo tried to, you know, advocate for that thing that I've long said should happen. And, like, even if it's not first-party done, do you remember the days where, like, you could get, like, a Hori controller or a Mad Catz controller that had a Switch on it, where you could, like, plug it into the PlayStation or the Xbox or the GameCube, and you, like, moved the dial to say which mode it was in? Why hasn't someone made one of those yet, but, like, something like the Hori Flex, but you can plug it into any of the three? Well, here's the thing. We know that by 2019, we know from interviews, by 2019, PlayStation was developing the Access controller. So, like, maybe it was just, we've already spent time developing our thing. Why would we want to make an everyone thing right now? ETH Demon, would they? They've in the past, those have been the thing that you can buy, and, like, they didn't lose their licenses. Like, that's a thing that people used to just make. It was like, controller, but you switch which console it for. Okay. We beat Hawk for now, except he's probably going to run away and we're going to have to fight him one more time. Hooray! We rescued Misaki! Yep, there we go. He jumped in the sea. Okay, we've got to make sure if we've got a missing slot on our party to pop her back in. Oh, I gotta U-turn all the way back to the lighthouse if I want to adjust my crew. Oh, oops. Did not mean to close that.
Hard to starboard!
There we go.
Full speed ahead! More rest at the lighthouse.
Okay.
To work then.
Ooh, choices.
Here we go. Where are you, Misaki?
Not a
There
problem.
she is. Okay, and cruise
Hard to port!
back, and we can probably afford
To
some.
work then. All right. Calling that. Let's go with that. All right.
Get some more durability on the boat.
This what you want? Let's go with that.
Sturdy up the boat as much as we can.
Ooh, choices. Maybe this one? Ooh, me like it.
Let's make sure we keep ourselves sailing hard.
Charlie Wright says, I've been playing this in Japanese, but the English voice acting actually seems fine. Yeah, look, I think they did a fab job with the English voice acting. I know a lot of people are just like, no, it doesn't sound like the voices I know in Japanese. I'm like, yeah, they sound great. Like, there are certain things I actively love about the English dub. The karaoke is terrible in English, but I think that gives it charm. I don't want karaoke songs to be sung well. I want them to be sung by someone who is a little bit drunk and feels the song with their soul, but does not have the vocal register for it, but they're giving it their all anyway. That's what I want karaoke tracks to be. My partner is nuts about English VA. We're playing Split Fiction in Japanese because he couldn't handle it. I would struggle with that as someone that has a lot of ADHD and really benefits from I am hearing and seeing the thing. I've got multiple ways to take the information in, and all of them are things that are languages I understand. Okay, Heavenly Island. Let's go kick Zeus's ass.
I smell treasure.
I need to check my save data after this. How many hours deep am I into this on-stream playthrough? I've heard Yakuza 0 is crazy good. Yakuza 0 is crazy good. At some point, we're going to go back on stream and do the early Yakuzas. If we get a bit of a quiet spell in the year, I kind of want to do Yakuza 0 on stream at some point. Everyone can go see Kiryu's origins, rather than only on stream knowing him from, oh, that guy from Like a Dragon.
Let's find this sucker.
And Majima's too, yeah, it's Majima's origin.
This gives me the creeps.
We also know him as the man who erased his name. Yes, okay, that is fair. I did show you the man with his name getting erased. The name erasing gentleman.
Hell no. I ain't scared.
We watched him see one video clip of his surrogate children visiting his grave and then do a real, like, snotty-faced cry.
Watch your step around here.
He was walking around in his I'm Not Kiryu shirt. Not one person worked out he was Kiryu, his secret identity, that the orphans would get murdered if even a single person learned he was Kiryu. Thankfully, not one person realized he was Kiryu, because he was so very secretive about being Kiryu. Captain Zeus's island has lightning strikes. I'm assuming this is what the game considers subtle. Oh no, the game knows it's not subtle. God, how long did it take for someone to realize who Kiryu was in that game? I'm gonna say it was less than 20 minutes. I think it was the first location where Kiryu was playable. Someone realized that he was Kiryu. Ah, we're just doing security for this very basic deal. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Sweet.
Oh shit, literally everyone here knows you're Kiryu. Like, literally, I think the combat tutorial was someone realizing we were Kiryu.
Sure you know where you're going?
Nothing to do but keep exploring. Think it's this way?
So you presume me even here to have dismantled the empire I spent my life creating. It beggars belief.
You're not.
You utter worm, you burrowed through the dirt to feast on my flesh. I could have crushed you at the very start, but I thought to amuse myself. Foolish, I know that now. Yeah, you were so high and mighty, but now we're gonna send you to hell. Oh, I'm not finished yet, not nearly. It's been a long time since I had to reveal my true power, but so be it. Okay. Oh, he's got electricity powers. Not electricity powers. There we go. Yes, Terra, he has lightning powers. Why would he not? He's called Zeus. Of course he's got lightning powers. And he's got the special magic stone. Whoa. Whoa. Watch me kick this man's ass. Thunderbringer. Oh, you know what? I could put some... I think this fight's going to be over way before the song would end, but now that you've mentioned it, Thunderbringer from Epic would go real good for this fight. Forgive me, I gotta do it now. Someone's brought it up. Thunderbringer. Give me a sec. Go away, adverts, go away, adverts. Here we go.
Pride is a damsel in distress, hiding away where only I can undress her. Trials she cannot to confess. In the end, it's all the same once I apply all the pressure. Thunder, bring her.
She's gonna enjoy the song for a minute now.
Judgment call, the one who makes her kingdom fall. Lightning, wield her, use and gild her. Show her what she can't conceal, for true nature will be revealed. Tell me, Odysseus, if I were to make you choose the lives of your men and crew or your own, why do I think they'd lose?
Well, stop it there. This is Zeus asking, hey, captain of this ship, if I made you choose, I either kill you or I kill your whole crew, why do I feel like you would tell me to kill your whole crew rather than you? Which I think is fascinating, considering that we're playing as Majima, who I do genuinely believe would die for his crew. But Odysseus in the Odyssey, he would not die for his crew. That he would not. God, they give Zeus such a fucking satisfying voice in Epic. I love his voice. The Pharaoh Stone, Zeus. So, this is the legendary jewel, huh? Doesn't really seem like something this pretty should even exist. Can kind of see why so many people would be willing to fight for it. That said, it ain't mine. Take it, Misaki. Oh, he's immune to the obsession curse of the gemstone. Majima could have carried the One Ring to Mordor uncorrupted. Oh, Shenmue versus Greece. I need this. Thank you, Sir Captain. Dad, we did it. Yeah. Oh, we got the stone back. No, it's not over. Damn you. Omicron says, I think Odysseus' decision was influenced by you lot killed and ate the Helios cattle against my direct instructions. Yeah, but I think more of it is, I've sacrificed too much wanting to get home to my wife and child. At this point, I would sacrifice all of them. What did any of this mean if I don't get to go home? If I don't get to go home, then it was all for nothing, so kind of fuck them a little bit by this point. I think, but Majima would forgive even that. I think Majima would. I think if someone on this ship ate one of God's cows, and God came down and said, "Okay, am I killing your crew or you?" I think Majima would go, "Kill me, let my crew go." I don't fucking remember anything about myself. What do I matter? This lot are lovely. I collected my little lovelies together. Let them go. In Odysseus' defense, he wanted to stay home. In everyone else's defense, they wanted to stay home. Everyone wanted to stay home. They had to do a war. Ooh, F the Bard says, Laura, there was a game you mentioned on Pogquisition that was a co-op game where one person sees the world as body horror and the other as robot horror or something like that. Yes. Bakura. And its sequel is Bakura Planet. Yes, Bakura is the first one. The sequel, Bakura Planet, has a demo out now and it's coming out end of next month. Cass says, my point is really fuck Agamemnon. Yeah, Agamemnon, for anyone who doesn't know, short version, everyone would have got home way earlier in the Odyssey if there was a bag that was like, if you open this bag, it'll let the winds loose and you'll end up getting blown off course. Don't open the bag. And Agamemnon is the one who, like, opens the bag. Like, Odysseus sails for, like, 9 days without sleep trying to keep this bag closed. And Agamemnon's like, yeah, but is it treasure, maybe? I want to look in the bag. He's the reason that, like 10 years gets added to that journey home. And then Agamemnon, like... Yeah, he's a bit of a shit. He's a bit of a shit. Yeah, he opened the wind bag when Ithaca was right there. Like, literally, they were so close to home. And all he had to do was not open the bag, and he did. And, like, basically everything... Like all of... other than the Cyclops, every stop you know from the Odyssey only happens because fucking... what's his name opens the bag? Eurylochus opened the bag. Agamemnon was the king leading the war in Troy. Sorry, wrong name. I knew who we meant. Eurylochus, the second in command. He is stupid second in command. Yes, Agamemnon is he was from the war in Troy. Too many fucking names. Also, yeah, when is Bloom and Rage Part 2? Do we know when that is? Anyway, Zeus has pointed a gun at Misaki. She's about to get shot. I should probably have paid attention to that. Oh no! Fuck!
The hell?
Son of a bitch! Saki, you okay? Don't die! No! Remember, you promised we'd go to Japan together! Wake up, Misaki! Ah, she's alright. I don't understand, she got shot. Oh, his shot hit the stone, the Pharaoh stone we've been trying to get this whole time. Milk me, the bullet must have hit it. Oh no, Misaki worked so hard to get it back, it had so many memories for her. It's okay, Noah. They protected me. Thank you, Mom, Dad. Oh, it's their engagement zone saved her life. They saved her one more time. He does have new memories now, right? Yes, I've pitched this before, but I've been continuing to really enjoy listening to Mad N Books. a person who has a lot of knowledge of, like, Greek myth, like, obsessive knowledge about Greek myth, doing a, like, really in-depth track-by-track breakdown of Epic the Musical, going through, like, doing, like, 30-plus minutes per 3-minute track of discussion of, like, the original Greek myth and, like, the adaptation choices and stuff. I've been absolutely fascinated following this series the last X number of weeks. It's been great. Captain Zeus is going to jail, huh? Something tells me Madame Books want, like, 600 strikes. Yeah, she's just gotten to, oh, what's the prophet's name? The blind prophet in the underworld. And in the background of that song, you can hear, like, like a choir kind of hinting at some of the steps along the journey. And one of them, she was like, did they say fight Poseidon? It's like, yeah, you're not gonna, yeah. Yeah. I was watching her premiere live. Yeah, yeah, I'm getting the impression she's not going to, like, 600 strikes, which is a shame, because 600 strikes, despite not being canonical in any way, shape, or form, one of the best fucking tracks in the musical. I know she's not gonna like it, but I'm glad she enjoyed, It's No Longer You. I'm glad that she found a second song she liked. Oh, yeah, man was an internationally wanted criminal, but till now, nobody could get to him. Okay, Noah's, Zeus is gone. Oh, the devil pirates will probably die out eventually, but there's probably going to be stragglers. They could go anywhere now, do whatever they want to do. That's how adults are sometimes. They don't see the world the way a kid does, just wishing for some freedom. Sorry about what happened. Can't have been easy losing your parents' memento again. It's alright. Even if the stone's gone, I'm carrying everything it meant to them with me. It wasn't a waste at all, Noah. Getting to travel with all of you, I've gained something even more valuable than the Pharaoh Stone. I have you all now, my friends. After I lost my parents, I was worried the despair and loneliness would destroy me. If you hadn't come, I think I'd still be lost, crying all by myself without a reason to go on. Maybe I'd have confronted the devil flags on my own and let them kill me. There wouldn't have been any hope either way. But all of you found me. You cared about me. You were willing to put yourselves in danger for a girl you didn't know. You felt my anger and fought in my fight. I can't ever tell you how much that means to me. You were all that kept me from drowning. Because of you, I'm not alone. Knowing you were by my side, that's the only way I was able to move forward. Aww. It was an incredible adventure. It was scary and dangerous, but so much fun. Yeah. Everyone grew up and went on a big adventure. What do you want to say, Noah? What you bursting to say? Hey, Misaki. Right now, I might still be small and the captain and everyone else have to look out for me, but I'm gonna get stronger. Someday I'll be able to protect you all by myself. That's when we'll go to Japan together. This has real, like, 8-year-old Anakin Skywalker trying to hit on Padme energy. I heard from Masaru that Japan's pretty scary, especially this place called Kamurocho. It's full of super tough guys. Sure. We'll go to Japan someday. What a damning comparison. I'm not wrong though, right? The chest feels warm all of a sudden. Do you know what I should do about it? Oh. You're learning that you like girls a little bit. Anyway, yeah. Come sail with us. I could still be a liability. Nah, dumbass, you ain't never been a liability. You're a comrade. Even if you tried saying no, we'll drag you onto the boat. Did you forget? Workers are welcome, earners are embraced, and once we embrace you, we hold on damn tight. Yeah, come sail with the Goro pirates.
Who are we?
The Goro Pirates!
Now it's showtime.
The friends we made along the way. It does not come with any money. It does come with 800,000 points, though, which was the currency we were... I love that they fake you out by putting a silhouette of the Pharaoh Stone in that slot on the treasure screen, and then give you, instead, just a picture to go there. I think that's cute. Okay, right. Oh, now it is cash we're short on.
But the view from the crow's nest is pretty
Okay.
spectacular.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go to Mad Atlantis because while we're doing it, I'm finishing off some of the just combat missions at the Colosseum. And while I do that, I'm putting on the other half of Thunderbringer because it's stuck in my head now, and I need to hear Zeus continue to berate Odysseus for a minute.
Enlighten me, King of Ithaca, since hunger was far too great. I wonder who'd take the weight of the damned and suffer a gruesome fate. To the Thunder bringer, here to bring your ears until you're deaf with fear and spear you while your death is near. Lightning wielder, here to yield your time, for you have passed your prime. Sublime you for your act of crime. Choose. Someone's gotta die today, and you have got the final say. You or your crew.
Please don't make me do this! Don't make me do this!
Does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a light? When does a man become a monster? Does a rainbow become a tidal wave? When does a reef...
One of my favorite... I'm pausing for a second. One of my favorite details of Epic the Musical as just like a storytelling choice is every time Odysseus is about to make a horrible, monstrous decision that he's going to justify because he wants to get home to his son and wife, you hear his wife Penelope's voice in the song. She will sing a line, and anytime you hear Penelope sing a line in a song, that tells you Odysseus is about to go, yeah, but I want to see my wife though, and he is about to use that to justify something monstrous he's about to do. Here she is.
Captain?
I have to see her.
But we'll die.
I know.
Thunder, bring her to the bringer. Show her I'm the judgment call, the one who makes her kingdom fall. Lightning, wield her, use and gild her. Show her what she can't conceal, for true nature will be revealed.
Ah. That musical has wormed its way into my soul. Okay, let's see how many of these we can knock out for cash today, and then Monday's stream we can actually get back to the plot. I know, right? There's a plot to this game? Apparently so. Apparently this game does have a plot, and we will see more of it on next week's streams. We will actually be making relatively speedy plot progress from next week-ish. Some silly side quests along the way, so... Plot, I haven't heard of her. And look, we left her somewhere back on the journey, but like, I swear she does exist.
This thing's ready for a big one.
Go for it, Captain!
Look, there are some people on my crew who might not canonically be on my crew, don't worry about it. Like, seemingly Kiryu's on my crew, and so is Ichiban, and I promise you, canonically, neither of them can be on my crew. It is not plausible that either would be on my crew. And on. Okay, I'm gonna get an S rank. Give me an S rank. Let me have an S rank. We're gonna be slightly too slow for S rank. I think it would be about now would be an S rank. I think we're gonna be like 3 seconds late for S rank. Oh, maybe S rank, maybe under 150. Yeah, hell yeah, there we go. Oh, the mecha pirates. Also, I gotta do my German in a minute. Remember to German.
This thing's ready for a big one.
Ah, my lasers reach further than yours. Robots. One minute 13 to board. Use my musical instrument gauge. No, okay.
Here goes.
Okay, let's try for S rank anyway. Okay, this is the chainsaw robots as opposed to the laser robots, I think, so I think we're good. Ooh, yeah, 140 probably S rank again. Yar har, fiddle dee dee.
This thing's ready for a big one.
Oh, there we go. 31 seconds, we're already halfway through the only ship.
This thing's ready for a big one.
Ooh, we drifted right around there. Cannonballs. Deck battle. That's going to be what? Less than 50 seconds to deck battle.
Here goes.
Oh, easy S rank. Easy S rank. Might get this in an under 130 if we push for it. Okay. Actually, yeah, let's save this for the next fight, because we're definitely going to get S rank here. I say that as I am perilously close to death, actually, and should probably wait for my healing to happen. I got overconfident there. Okay, yeah. Heal. Pushed it a little there, but it's fine. Oh, 118.
Dance partners.
Beautiful. Okay, we're on to the final difficulty level of Quick Clash. And thankfully, I have my musical instrument saved up so we can like start the fight and go straight into the sharks. Should help. $5,500. Okay. Check out your support ship. It'll at least give me breathing room. There we go, there we go.
This thing's ready for a big one.
1 minute 20. We can baby S rank this still. I'm gonna need to use the sharks as soon as we can. Nearly died, but we did it. There we go, that's an S rank performance if ever I saw one. 10 out of 10 good at video games performance, that. Whoever it was that mentioned 600 strike from Epic, you've gotten that stuck in my head now. I kind of want to hear Odysseus stab Poseidon for a minute. How many more of these we got? We got left to do. We got the pretty pink pirates, sure. You know what? I'm gonna treat myself. Let's listen to Odysseus stab Poseidon for a bit while we fight some pirates. Now it's in my head.
I don't think you seem to get it. I can't afford to die, 'cause I will get back to my son. And I will get back to my wife! For every comrade, every one of my friends, almost all of whom were slaughtered by your hand, 600 strike! You idiot. Can't you see? You sealed your fate just to beat me. You released my storm when you opened that bag. Blocked your one-way home. Now you'll never get back. You're going to call off that storm. Or what? You can't kill me. Exactly. Wait. Wait! Ah! How does it feel to be helpless? How does it feel to know pain? I watched my friends die in horror, crying as they were all slain. I heard their final moments, calling their captain in vain. Look what you turned me into. Look what we've become. Enough. All of the pain that I've been through. Haven't I suffered enough? You didn't stop when I begged you. Told me to close my heart. You said the world was dark. Didn't you say that ruthlessness is mercy upon art? All right. Please. After everything you've done, how will you sleep at night? Next to my
wife. Look, I get that it's terribly anachronistic to the, to the source material myth, but there is something wonderful about how will you sleep at night next to my wife. It's a very good line. Oh god, my ship's already on fire. Fuck, these clown pirates, they got me. Fuck. Okay, put out the fire. Oh, come on. Okay. It's going badly already.
Let's Let's do this thing! Full speed ahead to port!
Okay, I'm not getting an S rank on this, but they can clear it at least. I reckon. Okay. There we go. Okay, we drifted around the barrage. Okay, come on. One more. Okay, okay. Haha, take back all. I have to be a little bit cheeky with the combat, but we'll pull through. Oh, that tiger does way more damage than I gave it credit for. I was like, oh, I can take one more hit before I do the thing. Okay, well I want another piece of music to power us through this while we're here now. What do I want? What's gonna power me through this fight? Ooh, get in the water might be it. This was stuck in my head at the end of the Sea of Thieves stream that I did with Jane yesterday when when Jane and crew set the boat on fire and therefore I had no choice but to get in the water. I then had this in my head.
There, I see it. The island I've been searching for. Home, I've reached it. My wife and son are past these shores. Holding on, I am almost there. My love, don't be scared. Hold on, I am on my way. I'll be there today. Penelope. What? No!
There you are, coward. I've been waiting for this moment, for the perfect time to strike. When you're home so close and you've reached your coast, that's when our paths collide. I've got a reputation, I've got a name to uphold, so I can't go letting you walk, or else the world forgets I'm cold. Now get in the water, get in the water, or I'll raise the tide so high, all of Ithaca will die. Get in the water. Wait. Get in the water. Stop this, please. I'll make tidal waves so profound. Both your wife and your son will drown. No! Get in the water! Get in the water!
good track.
Get in the water. I think your son and gouge his eyes. That is unless you choose to die. Get in the water. You tired, Poseidon? It's been 10 years. How long will this go? We're both hurting from losses, so why not leave this here and just go home? I can't. Maybe you could learn to forgive. Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves.
Oh, that machine gun fucked me up.
Die!
I'm gonna take this final fight out. I'm so close. Hey, Nautical Menace. Yeah, so look, for any again, for any anachronistic stuff from the myth, there is something beautiful about a god being like, no, 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 I'm gonna kill you, but I want you to get in the water and accept your death. Some of those fucking threats he makes are beautifully worded. I'll make tidal waves so profound, both your wife and your son will drown. Now get in the water. I'll raise the ocean so high, all of Ithaca will die. Get in the water. Tara says, this music reminds me of one of my favorite conversation in Hades. Meg says she doesn't get along with her sisters, and Zag says it's sad that she has such a bad relationship with them. And Meg says, Zag has no right to judge because his family is the most dysfunctional in all of existence. If that doesn't sum up Zeus and his siblings, fuck yeah. They're all real fucking petty bitches. They're all full of messy drama. Now, see, this is where I shamefully admit, I'm learning about the original Odyssey relatively recently, mostly because I got really into Epic. Because a thing that will probably apparently will surprise a lot of Americans. Yeah, we don't really study the Odyssey in school in the UK. Like, it's not one of those curriculum books, which apparently, like, seemingly it is in America. It's a thing that a lot of people end up reading in school. Like, we do a lot of Shakespeare stuff, for the sort of reading the classics, as it were. But apparently the Odyssey is one of those in schools in America, I guess. Well, you say that Odysseus isn't, like, directly supported by a god. To my understanding, even though we never see Athena during the bulk of the Odyssey, she is still supporting him. Like, he is one of her favorite people, and even though she, like, buggers off and, like, isn't visible, there's a conversation toward the end of the Odyssey where Athena shows up, and it's kind of like the I asked God why there was only one set of footsteps in the sand thing from Christianity. It's a, oh, I was with you and supporting you and following you the whole time, but, like, I didn't show myself and, like, directly intervene because I knew you could do it. Like, I didn't step in because I knew you had it and that you'd be fine. I did study the Odyssey in school for Year 9 Sats, probably school specific. Yeah, I suppose so. Like, I think about what I, like, did in school in that regard. We did, like, Of Mice and Men. It was, like, the big one I remember for, like, GCSEs. I read the Iliad for funsies as a teenager, but I was burnt out by the time I got to the Odyssey and not gone back to it. Again, a lot of media inspired by the Greek, by the classics have made me have a desire to go, maybe I need to go back and, you know, maybe I need to go do the Odyssey, the Iliad, and whatnot. You know, I very clearly enjoy the flavor of, like, bittersweet tragedy that a lot of the epics are. I enjoy the things the epics have inspired. I should probably, like, make the time to probably read them as directly as reasonably possible. Like, again, for anything about, like, spoiler light on Severance, it's inspirations from Orpheus and Eurydice? Orpheus and Eurylochus? Is that it? Yeah, Orpheus and Eurylochus. They are such a clear inspiration for, like, a big major plot thread in Severance that it's like, I love your good Greek tragedy shit. Eurydice, yeah. Cool, okay, we've cleared out these. Is this just a fight on the deck? Okay. Epic canon is she fully abandoned him from Polyphemus to Calypso, whereas the Odyssey, as they're saying, yeah, I knew you'd get him eventually, that means I never abandoned you. Yeah, that's what I was saying, is that, like, yeah, the Odyssey's canon is that, like, oh yeah, I suppose, yeah, because if we're arguing that, like, yeah, that he could have done so in Epic, yeah, that only works if she was still supporting him, which, like, she clearly wasn't, because, yeah, she abandons him after, yeah, you're right. I was using one canon to justify the other canon in a way that, like, does not work. I want to go see Hades Town in person. I want to save up and get some, like, decent tickets to see it from, like, a good position at some point. Yeah, I'm just a real sucker for a good Greek tragedy retelling. I got 3 fights to do, and I was not paying enough attention to my health there. Okay, let's try at least one more fight. Oh, fuck, German. I gotta learn German. Give me a sec. German. Give me 2 seconds. Time to learn German so that Ald is not upset. A woman, Frau. Frau.
Ich komme aus Amerika.
Ich komme aus Amerika. I come from America. Loud is laut.
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 Ich komme aus Berlin.
Ich komme aus Berlin. I come from Berlin.
New York ist laut.
New York is loud. New York is loud.
New York ist laut.
New York is loud.
Frau ist meine Mutter.
Die Frau ist meine Mutter. The woman is my mother. Is my mother.
München ist sehr laut.
München is sehr laut. Munich is very loud.
Aus Österreich.
Aus Österreich.
Aus.
From Austria.
I don't get you humans.
There we go. Shouldn't I come from Berlin bin ein Berliner? No, no, it's explicitly not. Ich bin ein Berliner is not I am from Berlin. Famously, that does not mean I am from Berlin. It is famous that that is not what that means. Well, how that thing is said. Yeah, I am a donut is my understanding. I might be wrong. I think it's I am a donut. Yeah, famous JFK quote. Okay, I'm gonna try this fight one more time, but we're doing so with "Wait for Me" from Hades Town. I wanna have a listen to while we do this. This is probably gonna be the last attempt we do on stream tonight. Let's go for it. I'm glad that Hades Town's finally getting a pro shoot soon. It'll be, at some point in the future, watchable without having to pay for very fancy tickets. Yeah, not a generic word for a donut, to my understanding, but... Alright.
To get to Hades Town, you have to take a long way down through the underground under cover of night. Laying low, staying out of sight. Ain't no compass, brother. Ain't no map. Just a telephone wire and a railroad track. Keep on walking and don't look back till you get to the bottom line.
Wait for me, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming with you. Wait for me, I'm coming too. I'm coming too.
River Styx is high and wide, cinder bricks and razor wire, walls of iron and concrete, hound dogs howling round the gate. Those dogs will lay down and play dead if you got the bones, if you got the bread. But if all you got is your own two legs, just be glad you got them.
Wait for me, I'm coming.
Walk a road that no one ever walked before.
In the eye, that town will try to suck you dry. They'll suck your brain, they'll suck your breath, they'll pluck the heart right out your chest. They'll truss you up in your Sunday best and stuff your mouth with cotton.
Wait for me, I'm coming. Like drumming, and I'm not alone. I hear the rocks and stones echo in my song. I'm coming.
Oh, perfectly timed for the end of combat. Lovely. Well, I think we probably got a good rank on that. Beautiful. Right, well, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to do the rest of these, like, generic tournament matches off-stream. And we'll come back and do plot stuff on Monday. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you have enjoyed some more Pirate Yakuza. We'll be back. We'll do some side quests and some actual plot. We'll find out what the secret at Nelly Island is that Noah's sister knows about. Why is the Queen trying to get us to... What's the secret at Nelly Island? We will find out. Also, how many hours are we into this? We are 27. Yeah, we're probably like 4 streams. Give it like another week, maybe slightly over a week, we'll probably be done with this. So it's going to be all go, go, go these next 4 streams. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed. I will be back on Monday with another stream.